are back, fellas, and we are done talking about the football games per se. One big one coming up tonight: Steelers and the Browns. This is reality football coming at you with Porterhouse, Fish, and Skinbone. And hey, guys, also this time of year is the time to hand out those awards.
Yes, sir.
Those pesky awards where people start to fight and argue when players get slighted and blah, 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 poor me, whatever. And of course, we all have our opinion here in reality football about who should win what. And we got a couple extra ones too that maybe they didn't think about. So let's talk about the big kahuna, guys. In a year like we haven't seen, the MVP. It has changed throughout the year. We saw guys running away with it like Russell Wilson. We saw guys who were considerate on a losing team like Deshaun Watson. And of course, we saw Lamar Jackson, the last year's winner. But this year, for MVP, and this is really close because I know everybody wants to ride the Pat Mahomes train. And I think Pat Mahomes' greatness is part of the reason I'm not giving him the nod, because they look like they've just been bored. They haven't put their foot on the gas for a few games. But you want to talk about zipping the ball game in and game out. And I actually have more fun watching this guy all year long than anybody because he is just having a ball. That's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I'm with you, Keith. I mean, you guys got, 4,300 yards passing. He's 71% completion rate. You guys got 48 touchdowns to 5 total interceptions the entire season. There's guys that have that in a couple of games out there. So I agree with you. I mean, I don't think the Green Bay Packers are not the Green Bay Packers without him. So I would have him as my MVP and also Offensive Player of the Year for me. So, yeah.
Well, folks, we did not indulge our words to any of us off camera. And I've got Aaron Rodgers for the same exact reasons as my MVP this year.
Wow.
He has been, and again, folks, I'm not kidding. We've all got ours written down, but I didn't tell anybody here prior to the show who my picks are for these awards. But Aaron Rodgers has been, and I said it a couple weeks ago, he has been a joy to watch week in and week out.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at highlights, I'm going to try to find Aaron Rodgers because I want to see how much fun he's having.
Okay, so
I'm not able to see them.
We're on something here, bud. You don't hear people talk about this often, but when you watch football, you watch football. I want somebody who I enjoy watching.
Right.
I really, really enjoy watching Aaron Rodgers play, unlike I have in a long time.
Right. So that's unanimous for Aaron Rodgers for MVP.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead, Fish.
I was going to say, unlike this show, people, you can enjoy watching people have fun every week, right? So, yeah, we're trying, but we're not Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
One, two, three. Get better. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Now, look, guys, for this next category, I want to remove Aaron Rodgers because we just voted him MVP. Okay. But Offensive Player of the Year. This is a tough one for me. And I've got to go. I have a tie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought if you take Aaron Rodgers out, there's only 2 people that are even close to receiving this award. One is Derrick Henry of the Tennessee Titans, and the other one is Stephon Diggs.
Interesting.
I just don't know how I could get one over the other. Diggs has been lighting it up, but he's also like Aaron Rodgers. He's been so much fun to watch. And Derrick Henry has been a blast to watch. Stiff arming people, running over people. He's been awesome. So I got a tie for Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, if I'm going to take Rodgers out of it, then yeah, I'm going to go with Derrick Henry. I mean, one of the few players in history able to achieve 2,000 yards in one season, and then, similar to Green Bay, Tennessee would not be a strong playoff contender without Derrick Henry. So I give him the nod there for me.
Okay,
I got you. I can't disagree with Derrick Henry. My pick prior to both of these gentlemen that got hurt and missed 4 and 5 games is between Nick Chubb and Michael Thomas of the New Orleans Saints. Watching those two perform week in and week out up until they got hurt, and Michael Thomas played today for the first time since middle of October, I think. Yeah. Watching him the way he's played today, he's right back where he left off prior to that ankle injury.
Right.
And Nick Chubb is a game changer in Cleveland.
Yes, he is.
So I guess you can't pick them because neither one of them played a full season. So I've got to give the nod to Derrick Henry as well, Offensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
But I'm going to give Mahomes a very close second.
Oh, you know what? I just kind of excluded all quarterbacks after that.
Yeah, I got you.
They dominate the MVP thing so much, so I just kind of took them out after that.
But I truly would have loved to see Nick Chubb and Michael Thomas play a complete year and watch what those two could have done.
Right. Injury. If all things being equal, if there was no injuries this year, what would this race look like with a Dalvin Cook playing all season long?
Yeah, he's in the conversation too.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about Defensive Player of the Year. Man, this is another tough one. And this one's going to hurt me. Because I had TJ Watt for the Steelers running away with this. He should have been Defensive Player of the Year last year. He got robbed. But, man, when you talk about – you know what? I'm going to stick to my guts because I had Aaron Donald winning this, but I think TJ Watt, this guy gets a sack every single football game. I got TJ Watt winning this.
Yeah, I've got Aaron Donald. So – he's just such a disruptor out there. The Rams defense as a whole has allowed the fewest touchdowns all season and also yards per attempt. And Donaldson's a key factor there. So you have to game plan for TJ Watt too, but you definitely have to game plan for Aaron Donald. I mean, you have to have
without question
more than one body on him or he is going to pressure the quarterback without a doubt, and
yeah,
he had a great game he had a great playoff game. He got hurt, injured his ribs, came back in, and still finished the game. I think his MRI was negative, which is good for the next game. Nothing broken, but yeah, to me, he is the biggest disruptor in the game right now. Skinner, what do you got?
And I'm gonna preface this one. I wish I could have seen a full year out of him, and that's Myles Garrett for the Cleveland Browns.
I knew you were going to say that.
And he came down with COVID, and truthfully, he's not been the same since he's been back.
Nope.
And he's even admitted so that it's taken him longer than he ever imagined for this virus to get out of his system and for him to get back to normal. And even as early as last week, he said he still doesn't feel the same. With that being said, and it kills me to have to say this, but my choice, and I can even put it on there, is TJ Watt.
Why? Oh my God! We need to record this. Oh, wait a minute, we are.
We are recording this.
Oh, my man.
I know you're shocked, aren't you? Because it was very hard to put this down on paper, but TJ Watt is the man this year on the defense, and you're right. He did get robbed last year. He should have won a hands down.
Mail that paper to me, would you?
What's that?
Will you mail that paper to me?
Oh, why? You're going to frame it and put it in your bedroom?
Absolutely.
But no,
hang it there in his office. You can see behind him there. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. I'll hang it from the rafters there in his office. But no.
Hey, shut up back there.
I think you can't go wrong with T.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, or Myles Garrett. Either one of those three gentlemen.
Well, I could give it to Garrett. Boy, you talk about some hard luck with Cleveland. Nick Chubb with the injury, and Garrett was certainly on a tear before COVID, and he has not been the same since he's been back. And that stinks for him. So it is what it is. Now, guys, I got a feeling we're going to be synonymous on this next one. Offensive Rookie of the Year was not only synonymous, I think, with us, but I think it was a surprise, a welcome surprise. This kid is big, strong. He just looks good. He looks the part, and we're excited about seeing what's in the future for Justin Herbert of the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, I've got Herbert there. I have right next to him. Well, Herbert, first of all, he was sixth in all the league in passing, 4,300 yards. He had 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 66% completion rate. You're right. He had some tough runs, and looks the part, definitely. Right next to him, I had Justin Jefferson, a wide receiver from Minnesota, fourth in total yards, 7 touchdowns, and he really
and he filled in some big shoes too.
Yeah,
he sure did.
Absolutely, but I give the edge to Herbert. But again, Jefferson's right there for me. Okay. And CeeDee Lamb, CeeDee Lamb for Dallas, the first Cowboy rookie since Bob Hayes to have 1,000 yards of receiving in his rookie season. So he definitely was a good pickup for them. But
he's also the first Cowboy rookie that didn't get arrested in this past year. So whatever.
That could be. I have to look that up. It's not many guys that wore 88 kept their nose completely clean, if you know what I'm saying. So
right. Yeah. And with CeeDee Lamb, he had a heck of a first half of the season. Then he kind of slowed down there towards the last few games, so he would have been up there in the conversation. But yeah, I think Herbert hands down is the rookie of the year for the offense. If Tua played more, I think he would have been in the conversation as well. I mean, he just went and won 6 games. He went and won 6 games, ho hum. 6 out of the 7 he played in. So
yeah.
I think Herbert.
I disagree with you on that one. I hate to say this, but Tua bored me.
Yeah, I don't know if they even. Yeah, I think Miami's still wondering if he's the future. I think the jury's still out for him.
Yeah,
he was a very good game manager down there in Miami.
And I want to from the guy. He's been through so much. Mm-hmm. So proud of what he's fought back, and I hope to see him succeed. But as it is right now. Okay, now listen. Here we go. I think we're going to go 3 for 3 again. I think this is going to be unanimous. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Chase Young, and that Washington football team with no name, projected to finish last. Nobody had them doing anything this year. Not only did they win the division and make the playoffs, but their defense was stout, led by this rookie sensation that we all know all too well, Chase Young.
Yeah, he's another one. I mean, his stats may not have been the best, but I think what he brings to the team is something there. And they also named him one of the captains later in the season because, in part, the leadership that he brings to the table. I mean,
that's what you're talking about. You can see it, right? When you watch.
Absolutely. You watch that game Saturday night when Heineke scores that touchdown or whatever, and he runs out and he's pointing to his jersey on the camera, like know this guy's name and stuff like that. So the guy on defense runs out to congratulate, his quarterback.
I've seen him go up and down the sidelines, pumping guys up. Yeah. So you're right. It's what he brings to the table.
That adds something to the team. I don't think that I don't know. They're not, without him, they're not winning enough games. I don't think to get even into the playoffs. So yeah. Good job, Chase Young. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you add a plus 1.5 to the win column from Chase Young. Like you said, his stats may not have been Aaron Donald's or T.J. Watt's or even Myles Garrett, but what he brought tangibles outside of that pass rush, yeah, I think there's no question he's Defensive Player of the Year.
And because of him too, I mean, guys like Sweat for Washington, a couple guys stepped up because again, you had to keep a guy on Chase Young, so it allowed his teammates to get in there and get extra pressures and sacks and stuff like that as well. Washington's defense was amongst the best in all of football this season.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. All right, this is a tough one right here, guys. Of course, this is one of those categories where there was a clear-cut winner until the latter half of the season. That's Coach of the Year. I thought without question Mike Tomlin would run away with this. Then, of course, did I ask you to shake your fat head? I'm not even talking to you, Skinner. Okay, so anyway, then, of course, there's the job that Ron Rivera did at Washington and the personal challenges that he's gone through. Absolutely amazing. But right now, I got a two-way tie. Sean McDermott in Buffalo changed this football team around. Out of that quarterback class that had Sam Darnold and Josh Allen and all, he considered to have the worst of the bunch. And here his guys outballing all of them, save Lamar Jackson. Unbelievable culture change in Buffalo. They look the part. They're just not barely winning games. They're blowing teams out, beating up on teams, including my Steelers. But I got to give Sean McDermott kudos. But, man, you want to talk about a culture change. Kevin Stefanski in Cleveland. I don't even know who this Cleveland Browns football team is. And, of course, 11 wins, playoffs. Man, I couldn't take it away from either one of them. So I got a tie for Coach of the Year. Stefanski.